Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You a concerned resident there. That's why I do the show. We're doing the show today from the North Bergen studio. We have a impending storm coming in. Looks like they'll drop in Tom's River. They're saying probably about 7 inches. Jersey City, my homeland, they're talking about 10 inches. So everything you see under the screen there, you can get in touch with me. Our Twitter, our Facebook, our live stream, our YouTube. Love us on Facebook, like us on YouTube. In the future, the very near future, I believe, within the next year, I'll say, there's going to be some sort of a CCRB, Civil Complaint Review Board for the police in probably every municipality. We're in Jersey City, we're about to pass, well, at least introduce an ordinance, or resolution, I should say, to implement one here in Jersey City. But it's still, we're waiting for guidance from Trenton. But we shouldn't all wait. We should know how to set this up now. And instead of one municipality bearing the whole cost of a CCRB, it should be shared amongst the communities. Tom's River should be working with Seaside Heights, Seaside Park, everyone who has a police station, because there's going to be an expense to that. So that should be spread out. There's also a shortage of COVID-19 vaccine, and it's not just in Ocean County. I'm sure you probably watched the Ocean County Commissioner meeting where they were discussing between Quinn and Vicari about the lack of vaccines and the huge waiting list of people wanting to get it. It is not unique to Ocean County. Same problem in my home county, Ocean County, where they're getting dribs and drabs. They'll get like 1,000 doses. And we got 660,000 people in Hudson County. 1,600 or so, or 1,000 doses isn't doing it. By summer, Biden is saying we'll all be vaccinated. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? What are my topics today? First off, I'm fed up with winter. Spring training's here, so we're going to start with that. Then we're going to go over the property tax rankings through all the 565 municipalities. You want to go as low as you can on that list. What's the hottest real estate market in New Jersey? The Jersey Shore. And banning beach fees. We'll talk about that all in today's show. Well, let's start it. Spring training is here. That is a sure sign that winter is over. We got to get out of February. We're waiting for another storm now. Outside my studio here in North Bergen, there's still mounds and mounds of snow from the last snowstorm. We had a couple of them. We didn't get hit too bad in Tom's River. We got 3 inches, 4 inches. That wasn't too bad. The end of winter is in sight. When the Yankees and the Mets get to Florida, it's in sight, and it can't come fast enough. Like I said, it hasn't been bad in Tom's River, but in Jersey City, which is the gene pool for Tom's River, pretty tough. Tom's River didn't get like the 18 inches Jersey City got, and now we're looking at about another 10 coming in. But that storm, the beginning of February, is still hanging around because we only had one good day of melt. I'm taping the show here in North Bergen because possibly another 10 inches coming. So I'd rather not have my guys on the road going to the studios. And it's interesting, coming from the North Bergen, Jersey City, down to the Seaside studio. It's like I'm in a winter wonderland coming down Turnpike into the Parkway, and all of a sudden I get down into the Tom's River seaside. There's no snow. Well, I just left 18 inches. It's amazing how there's such a divider in New Jersey. And the storm hit heavy in the north. We got literally nothing here. You had 2 snowstorms. The worst thing with the snowstorm was the second one iced up pretty quick. So I'm out there breaking up the ice on the sidewalk. Well, the first storm iced up pretty quick. The second one comes in, another 3 inches, 4 inches or so, and I'm up here, and I got my guy Mike, our lead editor in the Seaside studio, and he calls me on the cell phone and says, I'm going to go out and shovel some snow in front of the sidewalk in the studio. I said, well, while you're at it, my daughter's house is across the street. Go take care of it there. Shovel it so the kids or I don't have to do it later on. But what's one of the amazing things about winter, and you'll see it today. Well, when I'm taping this show, you're gonna experience when people hear the snow is coming. It's as if we're going into an igloo situation. We'll never get out of winter. Yeah, you go to the ShopRite on Fisher or the ShopRite on 37. I mean, the place is packed, and they're hoarding up on eggs and milk. Is that what you're going to sustain yourself on if we're snowbound for months? Is this your idea? Just the eggs and milk? You're not getting anything else? You can't buy any milk or eggs. But they're stocking up on that. It's very similar to when we first got the COVID-19 came in, where you couldn't get a mask or a pair of gloves anywhere. That's what happens. When they hear the snow's coming, people make a beeline to the egg section, eggs and milk. I don't know what they're preparing to do. They don't seem to want to grab anything else, just eggs and milk. And probably hitting the liquor store. Because even during the COVID, the crackdown, even where we were all locked down, liquor stores are doing some great business. That was an essential business, liquor stores, during the lockdown. When everybody else was closed, liquor stores were open. Pharmacies, supermarkets, they were essential. But it's how we react to this. We got the storms coming up. Always be smart with the storms. Have your shovel at the ready. Make sure you get the rock salt, which right now all the municipalities are doing good rock salt wise. So we're not in the shortage like we were back in 2016, where we were trying to buy rock salt anywhere. But be prepared. We only got to get through like another. From what the weather guys are saying, once we get past this next storm, we're clear. Once we get out of February, we're clear. March can be kind of shaky storm-wise. We've had some big storms in March, but I know once we get out of February's always a terrible month. It's the toughest month. The Super Bowl's over. You got really no sports unless you're into the NBA. Waiting for baseball. I'm a baseball guy. But I have been paying attention to the Knicks and the Nets a little bit. And the Knicks are actually starting to play some competitive ball, so I may start catching a few of their games. But getting back to the snow, be prepared. Don't try to take big bites out of the snow. Don't wait for the end of the snowstorm. Go out like I do. Take a few shovelfuls here and there, so I'm not trying to deal with a huge snowfall. If you got a snow blower, use your snow blower. We've been using that in Jersey City. And if you have one, do your neighbor's property too. Nothing worse than watching your neighbor with the snow blower doing the front sidewalk, and you don't have a snow blower, and you're thinking, fine, this guy should just run by my house. Take care of your neighbors also, but be prepared for the storm. Hopefully you loaded up on eggs from the last storm we got. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. Tom Driver Show, Pat O'Melia here. We're going to do a lot of real estate today and property taxes. What's even coming up, we're going to talk about the hottest market and summer rentals. If you're a person who rents an apartment during the summer on Airbnb, or you just put a sign out, looks like it's going to be a good year. We'll talk about that. The Patch did a story on property tax, ranking the 565 municipalities in New Jersey from 1 to 565. This is the list you do not want to be number one on. You want to go as low as you can go on this list. Now, on a city show, I did Hudson County, and I got an opportunity to talk with mayors Sacco in North Bergen and Mayor Fulop in Jersey City about their rankings. They actually weren't too bad. They're in the middle of the pack, with the exception of Lavalette and I think Seaside. They're all lower on the list than the various Ocean County towns here. Now, since this is the Tom's River Show, we'll start with Tom's River first. Of the 565 municipalities in the Patch report, Tom's River came in at 427. Like I said, the lower on that list, the better you're looking if you're a mayor of one of these municipalities. The average property tax bill in Tom's River is $6,673. For New Jersey, that's reasonable. Other parts of the country, you know, in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, that's reasonable. Elsewhere, people are shaking their heads saying, what the F are you paying that much money for? And they probably have a legitimate argument there. Now, around Ocean County, I think the highest Ocean County municipality was Harvey Cedars. They were at 202 on the list, and they were an average tax bill of $9,720. Let's see, Long Beach. Everybody likes Long Beach, right? They were 218th on the list. Their average tax bill was $9,499. Beach Haven, another place everybody likes Beach Haven. They were number 230, and their average tax bill was $9,340. It's up there. Seaside Park, Borough Seaside Park, was 287. Their average tax bill is $8,449. What really becomes interesting is right next door, you have Seaside Heights. They were 490, and their average tax bill is $5,564 a year. Yeah, all you had to do was step across the street, and you had like a the math in front of me, about $2,800 difference there. Lavalette, they came in at 370 on the list at $7,191. Again, Lavalette is right next to Seaside Heights when you got the big difference. I think the thing with Seaside Heights, where they're so far down on the list, it is more of a tourism town. When tourism is working, you're getting 4-5 million people visiting Seaside Heights. That hasn't happened probably since Sandy. You know, they've had Sandy came in, then you had the fire. Now you got COVID. You know, we're just waiting for the asteroid in Seaside Heights. But Mayor Barnes is doing a good job keeping the property taxes as low as he can. And fortunately, he has the tourism revenue that comes in. And, you know, Seaside Park used to be part of that, but they're not too much into the tourism anymore. They got a boardwalk, but not a lot on that boardwalk. They should be helping Ocean County by getting some more, amusements on their boardwalk. But, you know, if you look at the property taxes, think if you did some shared services. Say you took basically connected municipalities, Tom River, Lavalette, Seaside Heights, Seaside Park. They all entered a shared service agreement where they can spread out the expenses. The more you can spread the expenses out, the less the municipalities need to dig in your pocket. You can't wait for Trenton to do this. We have to take the initiative to figure out how we can reduce the property tax bite. If you can enter a shared service agreement between just those 4 municipalities, you know, you got the PD, you got DPW services, Health and Human Services, Senior Services, legal departments. All these municipalities have those. They're all redundant. And there's a way you can work all together and spread out that expense between those 4 municipalities, and that will be reflected in your tax bill. Your tax bill will go down. But I think the only shared service agreement that I can think of was Seaside Heights with the County of Ocean with the 9/11 service. That was it. Like I said, if you're waiting for Trenton to get some property tax relief, you're going to be waiting a long time. We need to do this ourselves. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom Rivers Show. I'll be right back.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Back, Tom Rivers Show, Pat O'Melia, you there? The hottest real estate market in New Jersey? None other than the Jersey Shore. Pretty impressive. Prices are going up. Ocean County, on the average, property values went up 15%. Tom's River alone went at 8%. Seaside Heights in the last 30 days went up 7%. Every time I get those emails from Zillow, I send it right to my daughters. Say, see, you guys did all right with this investment getting a house down there. Now, your property is worth, anyway, I'll say at least 10% more. And now you got summer rentals coming up. You see the Airbnb. We're going to get to that. That's impressive. Why is this happening? Well, that becomes interesting. Is it a bubble? I think it's a bubble market right now, and it's all driven by COVID. But there's going to be, when we do get out of COVID, and we'll all eventually be vaccinated, again, till then, masks, gloves, all that stuff. By summer, according to President Biden, we will all be vaccinated, and hopefully there will be some sort of normality. But COVID is going to change the way we do a lot of things, especially in the workforce. That's all going to change. Food delivery, all these things are going to change. Office space. I don't know if companies are going to be renting office space like they did in the past. There's going to be sectors of the economy that are going to change radically. I think office space rentals, food delivery services, I think those are here to stay. Remote working, because here's what's happening with this real estate explosion here for Ocean County. New Yorkers are escaping New York. Can't blame them. They've been doing that for years, coming over to Jersey City. And now those same people, they want to escape from New York and Jersey City and North Jersey because of COVID. They want to hightail it down the shore. Now, some of these New Yorkers were thinking about buying some property down the shore. They never pulled the trigger on it until now. Now, COVID is persistent, and I can see COVID being around years and years, like we'll go get a booster shot like we get a flu shot every year. I can see that happening. Working remote is probably going to become the new normal for a lot of businesses. Unless you physically have to be in that facility, in that office space, even studio-wise, we have to film it. But once we film the show, my guys could edit from home. There are changes. Until we can do remote filming on the set, we'll probably still need people in the studio. But that's not going to be the case for many, many businesses. And that's going to change, and that'll be reflected in the real estate markets. But a lot of people, even after we're out of COVID, a lot of companies are going to realize we can do the same with people working from remote at home. How will that change? I don't know. Will they be considered freelancers because they don't have to go into the office anymore? Certainly fits the bill there. I know New Jersey and a lot of governments are going to say, whoa, wait a minute, we're going to lose a lot of employee tax money. But if they're working at home now, they become freelancers. Mortgage rates are at an all-time low. If you remember, just before COVID, there was a big thing about doing away with the freelancers. What is a freelancer or subcontractor? Well, I think that's going to come back big time. Interest rates, mortgage rates are at an all-time low. So if you got the money for the down payment, you're looking at some properties, time to buy it now. But the problem is, when you're a seller, a lot of people, from what I understand, from what I've been reading, they put their house on the market, and they're getting offers after offers. Say you're asking $400,000, people are offering $430,000 to get your house. But then the reality sets in. Where are you going? If you still have kids up here, you have kids in school. You're not going to escape New Jersey, which a lot of people do have an exit plan, but it's not now. It's 5 years from now. So a lot of people are now taking their houses back off the market. Like, where am I going to go? I got this money, but where am I going? Is it a COVID-19 bubble? I believe it is. Summer rentals. They are on the boom right now. Do you have a unit you're going to rent for the summer? You're going to probably do real well. Put that Airbnb back on there. Airbnb, they're going to do really well this year. Summer rent, they're in a high demand. People have been locked down. They want to get out. They're not thinking about going down to, Florida or Arizona. They're thinking about taking a week, 2 weeks just to get out of the city, to escape. The Jersey Shore is the place to be. You're seeing these markets already. I think my kids are going to put their rental up the beginning of March, and I'm sure that'll do well. Like I said, people and families have been locked down for a long time. They want to get out, and they're looking right now at the Jersey Shore. Hopefully, by the time summer rolls around, we'll all be vaccinated for a successful Jersey Shore season. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
Panda Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back, Tom's River Show. I'm here, Pat O'Meara. You're there. Tourism is essential for Ocean County. It's essential for Tom's River. As people go to Seaside Heights, Seaside Park, Lavalette, whatever they're doing on the Jersey Shore and the beaches, they're coming through Tom's River or Ortley, to get here. And when they're riding by, they're seeing our car dealerships, they're seeing our diners, they're seeing our big lots, they're seeing whatever stores we have. And they patronize those stores. Maybe they buy some cars, maybe whatever they're doing, they see it. And you can tell with Seaside Heights, after Sandy and after the boardwalk fire, and now with the COVID, as you ride down 37, you're going west there. Actually, you're at 37 east. You're going into Tom's River, into Seaside Heights. As you're going down, say from the Parkway east, you can see the vacancy starting to pile up. Vacancy in the retail on 37. That's got to change. Seaside Heights is really an economic engine for Tom's River and Ocean County as a whole. We've got to get Seaside Heights back to 4 or 5 million people a year visiting there. That hasn't happened in a while, so it's really dependent on the borough of Seaside Heights to get the message out that it's open. We've taken all the steps. Hopefully, we don't have to show too much of COVID. And nothing scares you when you got somebody sitting on the beach and they got a mask on. Got to get away from that. But it's so important that we market and get people to see that the message that Seaside Heights is open and open for business. One of the main components, a big component, of every shore town's municipal budget is beach passes. And it really, it's rather inexpensive to get a beach pass. Now, 2 senators are looking to ban beach passes, but now, I like both of these guys. Doherty up in Warren County, and of course my buddy, Senate President Steve Sweeney. But they're misguided here. It's a big component of a lot of shore towns' municipal budget, and those shore towns right now have like 5 months to make their municipal budget. But after September, you can really lay down in the streets of a lot of these shore towns and you're not going to hit by a car. They only have those 5 months. And you take a beach pass in Seaside Heights, it's $60 for the season. It's $45 if you buy it before May 15th. That comes out to like, I forget what the math was, like 48 cents a day, 50 cents a day if you buy it that way. It is reasonably inexpensive to get a beach pass. The first time we got beach passes, my kids have their house in Seaside Heights, and they use it for summer rentals, and they got 2 beach passes. And it was like $120 for the 2 beach passes, but it was a big thing. The people rented the apartment, they wanted to go on the beach. That is money that goes directly to the municipal budget. And after, again, I keep talking about this, Superstorm Sandy, there are still people in Jersey who think the boardwalk is still destroyed from Superstorm Sandy. There are people who think it's still destroyed from the fire. And that was, 6 years ago? We don't seem to be able to get the message. We get negative messages out. You talk about, Snooki and the gang, and I like Snooki and the gang. That was all scripted what they were doing there. But that is the reputation of Seaside Heights. The all parties, Superstorm Sandy. You can't get away from the negative. You got Mayor Bosdale trying to push the family atmosphere. The bars that Snooki and the gang hung out with, Calmer, the Bamboo, they're closed. A lot of those bars are closed. The Boulevard is ripe for redevelopment, so and he's been pushing that. But when you look at the beach passes, and it's a big part of the municipal budget, but they're relatively inexpensive. If you're a senior citizen, you get a season beach pass for $10. Kids under 11 are free. If you go down just for the day, it's $8. But, yes, the beach, it should be enjoyed by everybody, but there's maintenance and it has to be done on that beach. Now, I know in Seaside Heights, because I've seen Ramboli and his gang, they're dragging the beach every day. Every day they drag that beach, they clean that beach. That beach is in great shape. When you come down to Seaside Heights, that beach is pristine. But you do have to drag it all the time because some people aren't as clean as they should be when they're on the beach, and they're dumping things and garbage, and you got all of the debris that comes out from the high tides. So they're dragging that every day. You can argue that the daily beach fee, maybe $8, is expensive. But if you're going to go down the shore a few times a year, you're probably better off just getting the beach pass. But I'll have to text Steve Sweeney about this. It is a vital component, and it's a relatively inexpensive component for the shore towns. For the tourists, relatively inexpensive. For the shore towns, it's important. All right, I'm out of show. You be good, you be safe. Be careful with the snow. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.